Hey, 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 I think I'm live. Let's go live today. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday, live day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, I'm sorry if you enjoy my singing. Yuck. Okay. So, welcome to today's live show. We're talking about how to build a military grade SOP. Because I was in the military, y'all, which means I know how to make military type SOPs because I used to have to do it for the actual military. So let me turn off my phone. I don't know why it's going off right now. I don't even know where it's at. Okay, anyways. So I'm going to wait for a couple of people to jump on. And if you aren't here live with me, say hashtag live. I love, love, love having people live here with me because I get to show up and I get to teach and I get to show you all the things. And look at these bright nails, y'all. It's like the sun is shining. I'm living my best California life. This is so great. Okay. So now, what is an SOP? An SOP is a standard operating procedure. And like this, it's a bunch of mumbo jumbo for saying how you do something every single time and how it's supposed to work and the best way to do it that you know of how to do it, right? So today we're going to be talking about SOPs. And I love a good SOP because I need directions on how to do things. Like there'll be places and different things on where I have jobs or doing different things. And if you give me an SOP, I can figure it out. I might not be the best at whatever, but I have an SOP and I can figure it out, right? So the reason for SOPs there are a couple of reasons. One, so you can document your process, right? You need to know how you're doing something, especially if you don't do it that often, right? Let's say that I'm running an ad. I follow this lady, her name is Tammy. She's been in the group before. She's been here, she's shown up, she's given so much insight, but she runs ads. And she's got a lot of training. But I'm like, I need the directions on the how to, and I don't do it very often. So in my business, I have a way that I do ads separate from the way that she teaches because it's for my business, my specific business. So when I have people come into my business and help me with my ads, I tell them exactly how I want my ads to run because I do things differently than anybody who trained you, right? Because there's a difference between the correct way and how it works in your environment. Those are two different things. So you could say, I love doing social media like this. This is how I batch my content, but I've got kids and I work from home and I homeschool, all the things. So my batching process is going to be a little bit different than everybody else's, right? Okay, so that is the tall and skinny on what an SOP is. So why should you have an SOP? You have an SOP so that, one, for you as a solo or whateverpreneur, so you can know how to do something that you don't do very often. And two, so you can offboard these things. So like, let's say that I build out a process of how to onboard somebody into my business, but I'm going to pass that task off to my director of operations. She needs to know the SOP on how to do it so that way she's doing it to my standard. I have now created the standard. I've created how I want this to go. I've created the flow. I've created the culture. I've created the artifacts for how people are onboarded into my business and as customers and clients and how they're onboarded. So I need her to follow this process now, right? Okay. So Jeanette, what do I need in an SOP? What does that mean? What are all the things I need? Okay. Let me show you a template, and I'm going to also provide this in the chat on what you need and how to create these SOPs, okay? Okay, so this is my SOP, and let me see if I can make this bigger so you guys can see it. Control, extra big, okay. So this is my SOP template. And I'm going to send you guys this. I'm going to leave it in the chat so you guys can see it. Okay. So basically this is what this looks like. This is the title. Okay. This is the title that I call every SOP. So it can be whatever you want it to be. How to XYZ, onboarding process. And then the department is going to be like, this is for the admin department. This is for marketing. This is for tech. This is for whatever department you create. And then each has an SOP ID. I've got an SOP repository, like a huge document that has all of my SOPs in it, but this is just for you guys right now for this one specific SOP. Okay. So I number all of my SOPs so that way I know, it's just good to have an inventory. And then they're all labeled like tech 001, whatever, 00, whatever, right? The date created, who was created by, like if I created it, my VA created it, my DOO created it, and then who it was last reviewed by, what the date it was last reviewed. This is the date. And then reviewed by, right? So like, let's say my VA creates something, an SOP, then I'm going to review it by walking through the SOP. And I'll like walk through the procedure, and then I will add comments for her to fix it if it's not correct, or if I want to change things, or if we get new tech or change tech, or the tech changes itself and we can't do it the same way anymore, right? And then these need to be reviewed at least once a year. At least once a year. Or if you change tech or whatever you're doing. Because when you're checking them once a year, just going through the process, and it doesn't have to be you as the CEO. It can be somebody who's inside your business, your VA, your whoever, because you want to make sure these processes are staying up to date and that your SOP library is living. This needs to be a living repository of stuff, right? And this is something that your director of operations, your OBM can take care of, a really high-level VA. And I have everybody in different sections make their own SOPs so that, let's say my VA gets pregnant and she's out for a couple of months, and I need my tech VA to take over my regular VA stuff. So that way she knows exactly what she's doing and she has minimal questions, right? She can kind of do the job. Doesn't mean that she's a pro. Doesn't mean that she's very efficient. I mean, she can do the job and I don't have to worry about balls getting dropped. Because as a CEO, I don't have time to take over there's a reason I created a business with people in it. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. And then we've got prerequisites. This SOP was created for onboarding somebody into my business. Okay. So prerequisites. So this one says, after an interview with Jeanette is over, she would like to extend an offer, follow the task below. This is like, I found the person, I have done the interview, they match up, we have a good working relationship. It seems like things are going to be going well. That's what the prerequisites are. Okay. So it might be like create a social media post. Okay, prerequisites. You have to have the copy, or post or schedule or whatever it is. You have to have the copy, you have to have the images, you have to know which platforms, you have to have the login, whatever those prerequisites are. Purpose. Why are you creating this SOP? It doesn't have to be rocket science. When a team member applies to work with Jeanette Peterson LLC, the following SOP follows the new contractor's journey from acquisition through onboarding. Done. Important documents and resources. SOP table of contents. This is that repository of SOPs I was talking about. And this, in mine, is a link. But I mean, it can be whatever you need. Maybe it's a link to Canva. Maybe it's a link to your CRM. It could be a link to whatever you need as far as what the prerequisites are and the purpose and why you're creating this SOP. Then the procedure. What is the procedure from step to step? Now, there are several ways you can do this. Some of my SOPs are videos. They're just videos of how to do something. You got to watch like a 3-minute video and that's it. Some of them are written out. Some of them are a combination. So it just depends on how you want to do this SOP. It can just be a video, like literally. And you don't even have to have this necessarily, but in my repository of SOPs, this long list of SOPs, some of them just have a video and not even this. Or you could put, do this, do this, do this, and then you just copy like, this is the question, sorry. You just copy go into Dubsado, you have a link to Dubsado here, look at their form, maybe you have a copy of what the form is so they can look to it, or maybe you have a video that goes to how to log into Dubsado. Okay. So this is the procedure. Create a ClickUp folder. ClickUp is a tool that I use for them, who the potential onboarding person, on the one-on-one client space in their respective spots. Add the template for this, add the template for that. If this person has KPIs in the proposal, then this is kind of a mix because this is a team member and this is one-on-one client. If person has KPIs in the proposal, then add the template, KPIs, assign every task, including subtasks, to the client. Go into Dubsado and look at their form. Add each answer to the question to the description portion of the task pertaining to ClickUp. A lot of times I will put what their mission and vision are in their welcome questionnaire. So I have a place to start with them. Okay. And then this is to book their calls. And this is just like a Calendly link. So you add this into ClickUp and it just put whatever you have. In the same area, please add a link to the client's Google Drive, the one they have access to, because I created a Google Drive folder for each client. And that's it, right? For this SOP template. But this allows you to really create whatever you want in a way that is very well suited for your business. Because there's going to be so many different things that your business has that my business does not have, and vice versa. So I can't give you a template for everything, but I can show you a roadmap on how to do it. Use Loom. I use a program called OBS to record video, which I'm streaming with right now, and to record. Use whatever tools you have to create this. It does not have to be rocket science. It does not have to be exactly how I'm doing this, but you need to have a process so that you can offboard these tasks and give them to somebody else, so you can say being the CEO of your business and just really staying at the forefront of what's actually important, okay? Because when we are doing this, when we are creating SOPs, we're creating a business that we can eventually offload, sell, move on from, right? That's the whole point. The whole point is to sell this business at some point, or to have it run like a well-oiled machine without me. I'm not creating a job here. I don't want to create a job for myself. If I wanted to create a job for myself, I would have just gone to get a job. I don't want a job. I want a business. I want to spend more time with my family. I want to spend more time with my kids. I want to go on trips. I want to enjoy my life, the day to day, but I need money to do that. And I love what I do. I love helping and coaching people, but I don't want to take over my life. I want to be part of my life, right? So I'm going to leave this SOP template link in the chat, so that way you guys can start your SOP journey. And I would love to know what your first SOP is going to be, and send me a copy of it. I would love to look at it. I would love to review it. I would love to ask questions and help you refine and up-level your SOP. Okay. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the chat below. And like I said, if you're here with me live, then go ahead and say live. If you're here with me on replay, #replay, because I love to see who's here with me and who's learning all these things. And yeah, so I guess that's it. Happy Thursday. Today's my sister's birthday. So she's going to be turning 30 something or other. I don't know. But I really don't want to say, because then that makes me sound old, and she's 30 something. So my birthday is going to be 30 something too. So we're just going to go with that. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday, and I can't wait to hear all about your SOPs and how you guys are up-leveling your business and all the things. Have a great Thursday.